this time I'm actually going to test the switch, the light switch that is. It doesn't appear to be working. The light, it's my suspicion that the connections could just be rusty, so I'm just going to take these off right now and give them a good sanding and see if I can get the switch to work. I'm going to actually test this switch outside of the circuit and just see if I can get a connectivity whenever I turn it on. And so here's the harness for the lights, and if you can look at the connection, guys, they look pretty rusty, so I'm going to actually just clean these off real well. I may actually end up putting new connections in these, and just going to sand it down and probably resolder these because I don't think the light bulbs are blown. They look pretty good. Yeah, that's not blown. And looking at this one, it's not blown either. So, but providing that this is a tractor that's over 20 years old, and the previous owner did not take care of it, it was left out in the rain. What a shame. So I'm just in the process of just getting these cleaned up so I can get the lights working on my MTD tractor. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take the switch out of the mower and see what we have. Taking the light switch out of the mower, and looking at the connections, actually they don't look too bad at all. So I'm just going to test this switch and make sure it's working, and then we'll go from there. And there goes a big fat mosquito on my hand, huh? Trying to draw the last ounce of blood from my body. What a thing. In the middle of my testing of my switch, or my inspection of my switch, a mosquito has chosen to land on my thumb right there. Look at it. And tell you what, it's quite a process. I've removed the bulb sockets, and I'm going to actually soak this in kerosene oil just to get all the rust off. And I'm in the process of repairing the switch, because guess what? I don't want to go and buy a new switch, so I'm going to actually get this switch repaired. So that's what I'm doing right now. This piece came out of the switch. I'm going to just take sandpaper and clean this off real well and get this switch repaired. And get this cleaned up pretty good and get it back on the tractor. Tell you what, guys, I'll do pretty much anything I can to save a buck or two. Yeah, I know I could go up the road and buy a switch for $5, but why buy a switch for $5 when I can repair this one? Continuing to look closely at the switch, and this little piece goes over that little flat bar right inside the switch right there. Let me just point at it so I can show you. At the flat bar right there, this little piece goes over it, and it acts as a rocker switch. So when the switch is in the on position, it's going to actually connect the two terminals here at the bottom. Alright, so this is an inline switch for the light on my MTD tractor. So I'm just going to get this thing cleaned off pretty good with sandpaper and put it back on the switch. Stay tuned, guys. Well, I've taken sandpaper and I've cleaned off this bus bar pretty good. So it's looking pretty shiny right now. So it's going to go back inside the switch, and I'm going to reconnect the rocker here, and we'll see what happens. See if I manage to fix the switch. Actually, when I took this out, the switch had a lot of dirt in it, so I washed that out, and so yeah, it's looking pretty good right now. So we'll see what happens, guys. Here we have it, guys. My switch is working. Got it fixed. Praise God. So yep, I just saved about $15 for an MTD tractor light switch. So I won't let you listen to the beep any longer, but there you have it. Switch is working just fine. It has been successfully repaired. After 2 days of soaking these bulb sockets in vinegar and table salt, well, guys, it has successfully removed all the rust off these bulb sockets. So let's look at that. It's very shiny looking. What I just did, I have soaked these in water and baking soda just to neutralize the residual acid that was left on these bulb sockets. That's my solution of water and baking soda right here. So yes, so I soaked these in for 2 days, and as I said, they're looking pretty good right now. So I'm very pleased, guys. I mean, if you see the before and after, you can just tell what a bad shape these were in. So I'm going to put these back on the MTD tractor, and should have good results. Anthony coming to you live.